Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our spring concert. We are so excited to have you here to show off all of the wonderful hard work our students have put in over the course of this year. We're going to be starting with Youth Orchestra, and our first piece for you is going to be a piece called Entr'acte by a French composer named Gretry. An entr'acte is a piece that goes in between the two acts of an opera, which is what this piece of music was composed for. After that, we'll be playing two more pieces for you, and then we'll move on to the sixth grade orchestra. In between the ensembles, there will be a brief pause as we reset and get one ensemble off the stage and a new ensemble on. The lights will come up, and you're free to chat quietly in your seats while we do that. Thank you so much for coming, and we're so excited to show what we've been working on. Our next piece for you is a piece called Hunter's Chorus from an opera named Der Freischütz. It is by a composer named Carl Maria von Weber, and it was arranged by Richard Meyer. Now, this opera is about a pastoral hunt for foxes. It is a fox hunt, human beings hunting foxes. Beautiful, lovely, pastoral time. Our final piece for you, the fox gets a little bit of revenge because our final piece is a piece called The Fox Went a-Fiddlin', which is based on a traditional American folk song called The Fox Went Out, which is about a fox going out on a chilly night to catch some ducks and geese from the farmer's pen to feed his family. This is our final piece for you. We hope you enjoy.
All right, good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. It's a beautiful day out, and hate to be inside, but this is probably the best thing we can do indoors, making music together, coming together as a community. So excited that you're all here, and I'm really excited to share this music. You'll see with the middle school, both the 6th grade and the 7th and 8th grade, they had one piece which was more traditional orchestra music, and then one thing that was a little bit different. And there's a different version of that with each group, but this was a great opportunity for us to really push our boundaries, try things that were a little bit outside the box, and I had a lot of fun with it. Most of the students had a lot of fun with it, and I hope you do as well. So we'll have our first speaker come up and we'll get going.
A mirage is a natural visual phenomenon in which light is bent while traveling through very hot air. This effect can create an illusion of a pool of water that is not really there. Anthony Green describes his piece, Mirage, as rooted in haziness, abstract expression, openness, freedom, equality amongst the ensemble, communal performance, and traveling to the soul of music making. As you listen and watch, try to imagine yourself in the open desert on a very hot day. Is that water on the horizon?
Galop by Brian Balmages was inspired by the music of Shostakovich and Kabalevsky. It is a quick-paced piece that challenges us to play lots of contrasting sections with different notes, rhythms, and articulation.
we could? He said the next two songs, didn't he? Yeah. No, we do two like people. I mean, we already did this. Intermission, it won't be no. Oh, yeah. How do you work here? And after the first song, I'll switch.
Okay, really quick, one more round of applause for the amazing youth orchestra and sixth grade orchestra. Okay, I've got a couple of thank yous. First of all, thank you to all the staff and administration of the Melrose Public Schools who make these productions possible, especially our brave visual and performing arts director, Steve Black, who's also manning the light and projection for tonight. Thank you, Steve, and everybody. And Mr. Daly's up there too. Okay, I'm going to run through the rest of these. Thank you to the custodians, the Department of Public Works, to Anthony DiBenedetto and the students of the Melrose High School video production classes who generate the live streams for this event. Thank you so much to the wonderful orchestrators, all the parents who volunteered their time, but especially to Julia Modelo and to Lori Hazeltine, who have really gone above and beyond to support this program, make sure that we're funded, supported with volunteer workers, and honestly, so much more than that, just being friends of the program and support. So, big round of applause for all those folks. Okay, really quick, can I have 8th graders stand up? I want to thank all the, round of applause. I want to thank all the students who are involved in this production, all the way from youth orchestra, all the way up to the high school. But this is a special night for our 8th graders. This is going to be their last middle school evening concert with the orchestras. And some of them are not continuing on Melrose High School. Maybe they're going to another school for high school. So for those who are departing Melrose, we'll miss you very much. And even though I've only been here for 1 year, I've created a lot of really fond memories. So thank you so much, 8th graders. Look at that coordinated sitting down. Okay, let's bring up our first speaker for the 7th and 8th grade orchestra.
Devil's Dream is a song of unknown authorship, which has been played by fiddlers in New England since the 1800s. Mr. Duback challenged us to learn the melody of this piece in the traditional style without sheet music.
By picking up this melody from one person to the next, we learn that musicians outside of the classical world have lots of ways of sharing music with each other.
Joseph Boulogne was the son of a plantation owner and a slave. Despite facing racism as a black man in Europe, he had a very successful life. He was a master fencer and gained the title of Chevalier by becoming an officer of the king's bodyguards. He was a part of military delegation of free men of color and gained the rank of colonel. He was also famous around Europe for his skills as a violinist, conductor, and composer.
He was one of the great violin virtuosos of his time. As a conductor, he led the premiere of some Haydn symphonies. Please enjoy this excerpt from the Second Symphony.
Hi everybody, hello. Boy, this has been really fun so far, and I'm so proud of all the elementary middle school students. We've got a brief pause in the middle here. It's not exactly an intermission because we're filling it with things. So maybe in the spirit of the entr'acte played by the youth orchestra, we'll call it our entr'acte. So firstly, we're going to hear a few words from our orchestrators parent booster group president, Julia Model-Lowe. And then we're going to actually get to watch a cool video that is the product of our Florida trip that we went on with the high school orchestra, band, and chorus. We had a really unique opportunity when we were in Florida to work with a conductor who is a member of the Disney Animation Studio. And we did a 2-hour workshop which culminated in creating this animation with our music being played with them. So it's super cool. It's a exclusive experience to be able to see it. So you can check it out here. If you wanted to see it again at some point, let me know. I can't email it unfortunately because of copyright things, but if you ever wanted to see it again, I'm happy to have you come to my office. I can show you on my own computer. Okay, so without further ado, Julia Model-Lowe.
Hello, everyone. It's hard to come before the Disney production, but I'll do my best. I have 3 points that I wanted to make tonight. The first is to thank you all for coming and for contributing to the orchestrators program. We do our very best to help augment the curriculum as well as make sure our instruments are taken care of, and even purchasing new instruments. We had a huge influx of cellists to the high school this year, so we helped buy 2 new cellos so that every child could have an instrument to play. We could not do that without your support, so thank you very much. I will forget names, but there are a handful of really stalwart volunteers who come and accept donations at every concert, sell our swag. Huge thank you to that. And I feel like all of Melrose came out last month and did their spring cleaning and dropped 7,500 pounds worth of stuff at the Roosevelt Elementary School for our Savers Fund Drive. And we raised almost $1,000 with just everyone's old stuff that they didn't need. So thank you to everyone who organized that, and thank you to almost everyone here who I know dropped things off. So very grateful. 2 more plugs before we leave in this final sprint of the school year. It's really warm. It's a beautiful night to eat ice cream. So if you want to head over to Socks tonight on Linfells Parkway, we are having a fundraiser where a portion of the proceeds of your Sunday will go directly back to the orchestrator program as well. So I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. That's been my mantra in the house. My kids are hoping I won't literally scream for ice cream. And last but not least, Mr. Black, who is ably managing all of the lights and sound tonight, has I think it's for mostly the parents in the audience, the Facebook folks. He has a Facebook page for the Melrose Public Schools Visual and Performing Arts Program. I don't normally say take out your phone in the middle of a concert, but if you could take out your phone, give it a look and follow it, that would be great. It's a wonderful way to know all the amazing visual and performing arts things that are happening across the Melrose Public Schools. So thanks again. It's been a great year, and good luck to everyone in the last final month of school. I know it's a doozy, so thank you very much.
Alrighty, so this is our high school orchestra. That was Blue Rhythmico, which is a piece that incorporates gestures taken from the blues genre. So you heard lots of less familiar combinations of notes to us classical musicians, and also lots of sliding notes. So this was a lot of fun for us. We did this one at Micah, and I think it was a favorite of all the students. All right, before we go on, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge our seniors. Could I have the seniors stand up? Let's have a round of applause for the seniors. It's been so great working with you all. I'm so sad that I only got to know you for 1 year. I wish that I could have been there for all 4. You're all outstanding people, and I hope that you continue making music for the rest of your lives, and whatever you go on to do, I'm sure that it'll be a great success. So, best of luck to you all next year. Okay, our next piece is the first movement from Felix Mendelssohn's 7th String Symphony, or Sinfonia. This is a piece that you wouldn't believe it after you hear it, but he wrote as a homework assignment when he was 12 years old. So his composition teacher said, I'd like you to write for me a string symphony in the style of the classical period. So he's actually writing in the style of about 100 years before this was written. So this was a good opportunity for us to practice playing in the classical style, which means we have a little bit of a lighter articulation. And also, our violins got a lot of good practice playing some higher notes that you'll see also. So this was a really great exercise for us in learning some of these different techniques in the classical style, even though it was written by a romantic composer. And I think you'll agree after you hear it, it's hard to believe a 12-year-old produced this, but really outstanding work. So here we go, Mendelssohn's 7th String Symphony, first movement. Okay, we've got just one more for you. This is going to be the last thing of the evening. After this, students will be free to go, parents are free to go, the whole community. This is it, folks. This is the grand finale. So we're going to wrap up with Slavonic Dance number 8 by Dvorak. Dvorak was writing this as part of the nationalist movement in music, which is separate from what we think of as political nationalism. Musical nationalism is when you're writing music that's inspired by the country that you come from. So he was writing this with Slavonic folk music in mind. Although there's no true Slavonic folk melodies in this piece, the sort of rhythm and form of this piece is inspired by that music. So here it is, our grand finale, Slavonic Dance number 8 by Dvorak.